Obviously, I can't add very much to what Yasmin had said from inside Iran. I mean, she's much better informed. But I would like to say a few things about the context from the outside, from the broader Middle East, and especially how it fits in with the new Obama line, new style of American policy, and on the other hand, the tension, the limited tension between Obama and Netanyahu, between the new American line and the present Israeli cabinet. I could say a lot more about that, but this would take us far away from the actual subject of Iran, because there are other things involved as well. But let me start by saying that, sometimes it's strange to see what our close friends on the left are saying, how wrong they are and how right some of our enemies are in assessing the situation. I mean, sometimes it's worth listening to what the bastards are saying, because they have to get, when they are not doing propaganda, when they are actually speaking genuinely. On the left, you have on the one hand, people, I think like Dabashi was saying, Mossavi is our new Gandhi, idolizing Mossavi as if, he's a reformer. It's true that he used to be, part of the Islamic establishment, that he was responsible for a lot of repression and so on, but he is a reformed character. And I think, having illusion about him and the people associated with him, Khatami and the rest is absurd. On the other hand, you have so-called leftists who are saying all this talk about forced elections is nonsense. This is just American and Israeli propaganda. You have this guy Petras writing in the United States, a supposed leftist, who is a big purveyor of the various conspiracy theories, and the Israeli tail wags the American dog, and all this kind of thing, who actually said, this is all American and Israeli propaganda, and Israel is behind this Mossavi thing. Israel is supporting Mossavi. How wrong can you be? Now, listen to what the Mossad is saying. And a couple of days ago, there was an article in Haaretz, a serious article, not propaganda, by the veteran journalist Yossi Bellman, who based his article on interview with the head of the Mossad, Meir Dagan. And you should really listen. I mean, this is first of all, Dagan said, look, this is not really about forged elections. I mean, forging elections is nothing new in Iran. This is about serious tensions within the Iranian regime. And finally, he said, in this interview, as quoted by Bellman, what will decide the issue is how the Iranian working class will intervene in the struggle. And I think, this is, a perceptive remark. What he also said is that a Mossavi victory in the election would have been very unwelcome for Israel. And I would like to explain why. And this has to do with the new tension that has opened, a moderate and limited tension, but nevertheless a difference that has emerged between the new Obama policy and the policy of the new extremist Israeli government. There is some change here, and the change is basically that while the United States, as based on its present policy, was interested in Mossavi victory in the election, because they really want to do business with him, and he would have been prepared to do it, as he actually said more or less openly in this famous debate. He indicated that you know, the main shortcoming of Ahmadinejad is his foreign policy, and you know, this you should listen to very carefully. On the other hand, contrary to all this silly, you know, Israeli tail wags the American dog policy, actually Israel, this is the last thing that the Israeli government is interested in. Because, I mean, they are interested in a failure of any kind of entente between the United States and Iran. Why? Because this would actually reduce the role of Israel as the sole reliable American ally in the area. The kind of deal that would be possible between Obama and Moshe was, or at least they were hoping for it. Whether they could actually clinch a deal is a different matter. But what was emerging is something based on a limited understanding that Iran has a role to play in the Middle East, and the United States has to respect it. A limited sphere of influence for Iran in the area, which would actually facilitate the withdrawal of the American troops from Iraq. Iranian cooperation in this would be very valuable for Obama. And in addition, a collaboration between the United States and Iran in Afghanistan. I don't know how many people actually are aware of this, and whether people remember that the Iranian regime actually cooperated with the American invasion of Afghanistan in 2001. It actually played a very crucial role. There was a wonderful series of programs on the BBC in February, 3 programs on Iran and the West, and it was made beyond any shadow of doubt. It was actually admitted by Khatami himself, who was president at the time, and by high-up American officials, that Iran played a crucial role in facilitating the American-British allied invasion of Afghanistan at the time. So there is room for cooperation. And if you listen carefully to what Obama said on the 4th of June in Cairo,